Do you feel like no matter what you do to style your curls or what gel you use, you just can never seem to form a gel cast, or maybe your hair just does not last at all after wash day? Well, having a gel cast on your hair is super important if you want to prevent frizz and you don't want your hair to get very just soft and fluffy and undefined by the end of the day, or if you go out in the humidity or the wind. Well, I'm gonna walk you through all of the common causes of not getting a gel cast and the solutions for each one of them, so that way you can achieve more defined frizz-free curls. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Gina and I make videos all about naturally curly hair. I love helping you all problem solve with your curls and really getting to the root of your curly hair problems. I also like doing step-by-step tutorials and really simplifying things, especially for beginners. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So let's go ahead and dive in. Problem number one that you might not have thought of is you could have buildup from your products or your hard water in your home or even oils. Buildup can really prevent your products from properly absorbing and creating that film that's needed on your hair with the gel. So what you're going to want to do is use a clarifying shampoo like this one from Malibu Sea. This is specifically made for hard water and product buildup, so it's going to remove both. Hard water minerals can really wreak havoc on our hair. They can build up over time, and if you notice that your shampoo just doesn't lather very good like your regular shampoo, it could be that you have hard water or you have buildup on your hair, and you might actually need to shampoo your hair twice. You'll notice a huge difference in the amount of lather that you have the second time that you shampoo. So this is a very strong shampoo. So this is not something that you use all the time. I just use this maybe 1 to 2 times per month. I usually always will use a lathering shampoo on regular wash days, but I will just swap out my regular shampoo on clarifying days with a clarifying shampoo. Now, like I mentioned, this chelating shampoo is both a clarifying and a chelating shampoo. Not all clarifying shampoos remove hard water, but this one does. Since this is such a strong clarifying shampoo, you'll want to make sure that you use a deep conditioner after doing this. So I will usually just leave a deep conditioner on for anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, and then I rinse it out and continue with styling. So problem number 2 could be that your hair is possibly too wet when you're applying your styling products, thus diluting your gel. If your hair is dripping wet, like if you style with your scalp soaking wet and there's just water going everywhere, then you're probably diluting your styling products. The more water that you add to gel, the less concentrated that gel is going to be, thus making the gel a lighter whole. Now, I don't like to apply my products on dry hair. I actually like to damp style. So I just take a water mister bottle like this and spritz my hair down, and then I apply my styling products. So I'm just going in with a lightweight leave-in conditioner from Ouidad. I like to apply my products to hair that is evenly wet, but it's not dripping. So my roots are towel dried. Like I've wrapped my hair in my hair towel before I started styling, and then I just spritz the links of my hair and make sure it's evenly wet. So that way I don't have like frizzy, stringy areas. So my hair does not turn out stringy or frizzy, but yet it's not soaking wet. It's definitely a fine line. I've actually done a video previously on how I damp style without frizz, and I show you exactly how much water that I use from my spray bottle as I'm styling. But this is going to vary based on your hair type, based on your porosity and how much hair that you have, but overall it's just evenly wet. It's not soaked because we don't want to dilute our gel, or else we're not going to get a gel cast. I'm also combing through my styling products. This is just to help make sure everything is evenly distributed because we don't want patchy areas of frizz. Another problem or mistake that you could have made is maybe you used too much curl cream leave-in, or maybe you didn't rinse out all of your conditioner. If you're seeing white on your hair when you're applying your stylers, you either have buildup on your hair, or you're using a curl cream that's too heavy for your hair, or you're just using too much. You shouldn't see it just like squishing out everywhere. It should just be evenly moisturized. There shouldn't be like gunks of product on your hair, especially if you're someone with low porosity hair. You shouldn't be using products that are super heavy. So you would want to avoid curl creams that have a lot of oils and butters, or those really thick curl cream butters. Instead, opt for those lightweight leave-in conditioners and curl cream like the leave-in that I just used previously. That's the perfect consistency with what you want. So essentially, the more cream that you have underneath and the more moisturizing products that you have underneath your gel, the less hold you're going to have. This is probably one of the most important considerations if you're not getting a cast. It could just be that your gel doesn't have enough hold. So you're using a gel that isn't actually formulated to be a strong hold gel, or maybe it's just not strong for your hair type. You'll want to look for a gel that contains several polyquaternium ingredients. That's a great holding ingredient, and it's great for humidity. And you would also want to look for a gel that doesn't have quite as many moisturizing ingredients if you do want stronger hold. I've noticed that a lot of very natural gels with things like flaxseed and aloe, but no holding ingredients in it, are not enough hold. This is how my hair looks when I use those types of gels. So today I'm going to be using the Ouidad Advanced Climate Control Stronger Hold Gel. This is one of my tried and true gels. I use this all the time, especially in the summer with the humidity, because it's specifically designed to block out humidity, but I even use this all year round. This contains multiple polyquaternium ingredients, which is why I like it so much. It's also very moisturizing, and it has strong hold. And I love how it doesn't have that very thick, sticky, like clear formula that you often see with strong hold gels. It still has that like slippery, light formula to it, so it makes it easy to apply. It's not going to weigh your hair down. I would consider this maybe like a medium weight gel, maybe lightweight gel. I say medium because it does contain a lot of moisturizing ingredients like shea butter, which is actually great at sealing, but I think it's formulated to be pretty thin because I don't find this to be a heavy gel. But if you had super fine hair, this might be a little too moisturizing for you, so you might want to go with a little bit of a lighter gel that still has strong hold. So if you're confused about how to find the right gel based on everything that I just said and those ingredients, then you can actually check out the shop page on my blog. I have filters on there that you can filter down all the products that I've tried based on the formula, weight, and if it contains polyquats or not, and the hold level. So you can put in there that you want a medium weight liquidy gel formula, and you want it to contain polyquats, and you will get down to this Ouidad gel. You can also find other stronghold gels on there that are even more lightweight, so if you want something for super fine hair, you can look for that too. So I'll have the link for my shop page in the description box down below, because it's gonna make it a lot easier for you guys to find the right gel for your specific hair type. So another problem could be that maybe you didn't apply enough gel, or you didn't evenly coat all of your hair. This is why I usually apply my gel in sections. If you're noticing frizzy areas like this as you're applying your gel, you don't have enough water in your hair. That's why I like having my mister on hand. And you're also probably not applying enough product. You shouldn't see random patches of frizz when you're styling. So what you want to do instead is section your hair and evenly apply your gel. I like to brush through afterwards for more even coverage. This is why you'll usually see me apply my leave-in or curl cream, then my gel in sections, and then I brush style. That way I know that I'm coating every single strand with that gel to prevent frizz. And a little bonus tip, if you struggle with frizzy pieces, especially around problem areas, like for me, it's around in my face and around my grays, this method of brush styling helps so much because it's grouping that frizz into a curl clump, and I'm making sure that I'm curling in the right direction. I really only do this precise styling like this in these problem areas. For the rest of my hair, I pretty much just brush through the whole section instead of spending time all over my head. And see how this is just like grouping that gray into that curl clump, so that way it doesn't just frizz out all over the place. So brush styling helps me so much with preventing frizz and just keeping my curls lasting a lot longer. So the next problem could be that you scrunched out too much of that gel with micro plopping techniques or plopping. Yes, a towel does soak up product. So if you're using a towel after you finish styling, which I actually love doing, it can remove some of that gel, thus reducing your hold. I like to micro plop because it speeds up my dry time. That's just where you scrunch your hair with a hair towel. But one little trick, you can make sure that you're using a damp section of the towel because it already has water in it, so it's not going to absorb as much of your gel. Then I like to go in with a light layer of gel on top. This is really game changing if you need an extra boost of hold. So you micro plop first, and then you go in with another light glaze of gel mixed with water. That's going to give you so much more hold because your hair is then more dry at that point, and the drier your hair is when you're applying gel, the more hold you're going to get. Problem number 7 is maybe you air dried your hair. Every time I air dry it, my hair looks like this. Or maybe you just air dried too long, or you air dried in humidity or in wind, or if you diffused, maybe you didn't diffuse properly. So I personally prefer diffusing. My hair turns out so much better. I recommend diffusing by hovering first to set the gel cast. That's going to prevent frizz from forming. And the faster that you set that gel cast, the more hold that you're going to get. This is why I personally find that diffusing creates more of a gel cast compared to air drying. Because if you think about when we're air drying, we're going hours on end with our hair. wet, it's moving around, there's movement, there's friction against your clothes, against your car, your bag, whatever, there's air and humidity, that's breaking up that gel cast and causing frizz because you have that friction. So diffusing helps to just lock it in place right away, and you'll feel that cast form almost immediately, especially if you hover first. That's going to help prevent frizz. Then you can go in and actually do some scrunch diffusing. I've done videos in the past about how to properly diffuse and some other mistakes that you could be making when you're diffusing. So if you're someone that finds that diffusing causes even more frizz for you, then definitely check out those videos because there could be something you're doing wrong with the diffusing technique. Problem number 8 is it could just be your hair type. Damaged, high porosity hair doesn't hold on to product or moisture very long. It's more susceptible to humidity and the products tend to evaporate. This is how my hair was when it was damaged. So in order to fix that, you'll want to seal in your style with a hairspray. So I've been experimenting a lot with using hairsprays as the last step of my routine, especially in humidity, just to lock everything in. This gives lots of extra hold. I like to fluff and scrunch out the gel cast for some more volume and then add hairspray for that little bit of extra hold and volume. And if you notice that any pieces of hair get frizzy after scrunching out the cast, then just add a little bit of water and kind of finger coil and then hit it with the diffuser and the cast should come back. If your hair completely frizzes up after it's done drying, then your gel did not have enough hold. So I'm really putting this routine to the test. I've been outside for the past like 30 minutes taking photos and stuff for the video, and it just started raining outside. It's super humid, enough to where it feels like stuffy almost, like hard to breathe. And the hair is holding up great. I mean, I have a little bit of frizz, of course, like I always pretty much have a little bit of frizz, but not too bad. It's literally raining right now and I feel like it still looks pretty good. And I've been out here for maybe a half an hour or so and it still looks great. I even still have a little bit of a cast right here. It is softening up. It's feeling just a little bit damp, but once I go inside, like it feels dry again and it's totally fine. But super impressed, of course, with all of the Ouidad products when it comes to humidity, but I definitely think that little bit of hairspray helped a lot too. So if any of these problems resonated with you and you think might be the cause of you not getting your gel cast, definitely tell me in the comments down below. I'm also gonna have all of these products listed in the description box. If you wanna get any of them, just expand that bar below the video and you will see all of those links there. I also wanted to let you know that I have another video on my channel that I think you will find very helpful, and it's all about my favorite anti-humidity styling products. So if you want more recommendations for curl creams, leave-ins, gels, hairspray, and even mousse, watch that video that's linked right here on the screen, and I will talk to you over there. Bye everyone.